It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Nike.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And
I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they have waited a long time for the regular season to tip off, so you know they'll be fired up to hit the court. Not to mention how much it would mean to get that first win out of the way right away. There is nothing like starting the season with a big victory. After a brisk offseason, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey,
Oh, those are preseason games.
Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What
I'm
have you been
happy
doing?
to be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
Wow, how's
so
that?
a pretty uneventful summer for you.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find it.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to. The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season, and you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early on.
What'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Catch
sea
anything?
fishing. Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow, awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What'd you do?
I cut the grass. It's awesome. Oh, that wraps it up. Let's go courtside.
The buildings of Indianapolis are location tonight, framed against the beautiful nighttime sky. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Nate McMillan took over as coach of the Pacers last season. Now, his previous head coaching job had been 5 seasons prior. He said, now, there's a lot of old school in me, but I do understand you have to adapt with this generation of players, the millennials, and how you communicate. They want to bring that old school discipline to this team. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It's great to have a mix of those things. Adapt or die, as they say. So, Doris, already some interesting stories this year, and we've only just started. What's impressing you so far?
Well, I think, Kevin, we're always a little bit surprised for a couple of clubs that we had low expectations of. They've come out surprisingly strong, and conversely, a couple of favorites who are showing perhaps some unforeseen signs of weakness. Can they pull themselves back together? We'll see.
Boys, nice and high.
So Indiana wins the tip. So the Nets starting 5. Russell is out there with Crabb. Then it's Mozgov. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the force line.
Well, gives up the body selflessly, right? That's a winning play right there by Myles Turner. Such a good screener.
Picked by Mozgov. Here's Crabb, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, guys, you think back to 2013 when the Nets pushed all their chips in for a title. When that collapsed, they had to embrace Plan B. So what do? They go into the Spurs organization, hire from that brain trust, and now are trying to build from the ground up.
And he makes the first. And the new Nets leadership now thinking long term.
right, Kev. I think that this is a team, an organization that wants high-character individuals. They're using words like consistency and sustainability. If you want the model, it's the Spurs' 2-decade playoff run. That's the goal for the Brooklyn Nets.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Pacers still looking for their first NBA title, but 3 titles, as we know, for the franchise in their ABA days.
How about in 9 seasons with the ABA, they made the finals 5 times. Now, granted, there were only about 10 teams in the league, but that's still pretty impressive.
Indiana on D, and it's their first look at this year's Brooklyn team here for their first regular season game.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
And here are the Pacers now. And Oladipo kicks to Collison. Turner with the screen for Collison. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Just 3 to shoot. Fires from 14. Again, Indiana.
It's really hard with the length Myles Turner has for that defense to contest. Not much the defense can do in that instance.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Mozgov. The Nets working the ball around now. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got his first basket.
A guy who converts well at the rim. You like to see the aggression there.
Really doesn't get any easier than that. The defense didn't look too interested in stopping him.
Now here's Collison. Passes it to Turner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Mozgov.
Boy, Myles Turner out of the University of Texas, Hook'em Horns, the number 11 pick back in 2015. He now looks like a foundational piece for the Pacers.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Of course, you look back on that 2015 draft, hard to argue that Turner shouldn't have gone higher.
Yeah, I think it was the unusual running style. There were some concerns that it might predispose him to injury. The Pacers training staff actually found a muscular imbalance, so they helped him strengthen certain areas and correct that issue.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, the athleticism that Myles Turner brings to the center spot is quite remarkable. This guy, an exceptional player on both sides of the floor.
Now here's Mozgov, and Mozgov throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Young, and Oladipo has it in the corner. Mozgov grabs the board.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
You know, we can forget that Mozgov feels comfortable enough putting the ball on the floor to create a chance every so often.
Turner with a screen for Young. Turner inside. Mozgov on him. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside, Russell. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
And Oladipo kicks to Collison. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Young. And the shot is long. Nets leading by 3.
Well, you think back to Nate to look for a new head coach, and in 2016, they promoted him to that role.
And for the Pacers, looking down the bench to McMillan was the easy choice. Do you think it was the right one, though, Doris?
Well, they wanted to change the culture, and part of that was getting a little bit more hard-nosed. Now, McMillan, he's old-school defensive-minded, and with his deal running through 2019, like all NBA coaches, he's going to be judged on wins and losses.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, not many guys entering the league impact their teams this fast. Russell is an exception.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And so Russell hits them both. Doris, you've interviewed so many great players and coaches. What are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities. They're competitive. They're perfectionists. They have great capacity for work. I don't think you make it to the NBA unless you're incredibly committed.
Well said.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old-school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Harris is checked in for D'Angelo Russell. All free throws good from Lance Stevenson. Nets leading by 3. Here's LeVert. Pass to Lynn. Picked by Mozgov. It's rebounded by Indiana. There's 1:38 left to play here in the first. Robinson kicks to Joseph. There's a screen by Robinson. Joseph, that's good.
I'll tell you, Kev, they wouldn't object if all their looks were that close.
The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Pass to LeVert. Harris with it. Robinson on him. Mozgov kicks to Lynn. There's the pick. Lock at 6. For the 3. The shot comes out, so Indiana will take it the other way. Robinson with it, picked up by Harris. Robinson misses. The Nets with the lead. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's LeVert. And the Nets miss again. Harris against Stevenson. Jefferson, a screen on Harris. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Joseph against Lynn. Lays it up and banks it in. Lynn's got his first points of the night.
Well, Jeremy Lin finds a way to get to the inside of that paint, and difficult for the defense to do anything in there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt, and using their length and athleticism to perfection on the boards.
And here's Brooklyn. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Indiana, they've got Jefferson. Corey Joseph is out there with Robinson. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Sabonis in at the 4 spot. Kilpatrick. Robinson pulls it in.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Screen by Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket by Stevenson.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Here's Kilpatrick. He feeds it to Lynn. Booker is screen on Joseph. Outside, Lynn. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
I know Jeremy Lin has got a thin frame, Kevin, but don't let that fool you. This guy can play through contact.
And going into last season, Jeremy Lin signed with the Nets for that 3-year deal and close to $36 million, and excited to make his return to really the birthplace of Linsanity. Unfortunately, the hamstring injuries cost him a huge chunk of that season.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And that one falls for Lynn. And Greg, Jeremy Lin described last season as a year of my prime down the drain. I mean, it had to be demoralizing.
Yeah, especially after bouncing around for a few years. He thought he'd found a chance to start and a chance to lead, and instead he found himself in dress casual on the bench.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. They get it again. Here's Turner off with the layup.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Third is Myles Turner.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
The Nets making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Crabbe kicks to Russell. Booker with the screen for Russell. Crabbe with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. The dish to Booker. Over Young. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Trevor Booker, you love to see this guy shoot it from the mid-range with confidence. This is a consistent shot now.
Bogdanovich left side. Tries again, and it's good on the way in.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Screen by Russell. Feeds to Crabb. Ready by Bogdanovich.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
Rob. And here they come. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Kilpatrick. They set the pick. The Nets need to get a shot off here. That one wide left.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Bogdanovich. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And now just a 1-point Brooklyn lead. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And the Nets throwing big money at restricted free agents in recent years, trying to add talent any way they can.
Well, and sometimes being willing to overpay if they have to. With no high draft picks walking through that door, they've got to exploit every opportunity to improve this roster.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Collison, the pass to Young. Collison against Russell. Here's the teardrop. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut back down to just 1 with the basket from Collison. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Oladipo. Kilpatrick passes to Booker. Shoots over Turner. The rebound by Turner.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Oladipo outside. The baseline J. Good D by Booker. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Kilpatrick passes to Russell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's sent back by Turner.
I'll tell you love the attitude of Myles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Screen by Young. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
This is to Crabb. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Here is Russell. He's got 6. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. But he recovers it. With the floater. Offensive rebound. Booker. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Sabonis kicks to Joseph. Over Russell. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Nets out in front, up 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Presented
Ernie Johnson
by
here with
Nike.
Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana, where the famous Chase Tower stands tall above the city. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell, what a contribution.
And night after night, man, it just becomes common to watch him rip through teams, and that's exactly what we saw there in the first half.
You know, Greg, I think the thing you admire is the incredible level of consistency. This guy is a fantastic player, but he also puts in a ton of energy. Absolutely tremendous.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jamari Carroll is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Crabb in at the 2. Count the basket. Crabb's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Brooklyn. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it if you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people because there's so much scoring and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
Carroll against Bogdanovich. Shoots over Carroll. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich battling through the defense, Kev. Amazing touch on the difficult basket.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Young sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Off the pick. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Carroll. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Ready by Bogdanovich.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
The shot, no good. Nice D from Russell.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Off the pick. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Turner with the screen for Oladipo. Young, right side. Turner with the screen. Collison against Russell. Indiana again missing.
Tough start to the second half. Just 1 for 5. Wow.
There's the feed to Crabb. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And last season, Victor Oladipo making big advances in his ability to shoot the 3.
Well, I thought Oladipo just played with a confidence that we hadn't seen before when he was taking perimeter shots. He seemed to trust his perimeter game more, and it helps when you have the green light.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
the Nets. Levert's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Alan Crabb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Russell. There's the pick. Lin kicks to Carroll. Mozgov a screen on Young. Young against Carroll. Lays it up off the glass. Carroll's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
Well, this is how you make it easy on yourself. Damari Carroll gets close position on the interior and makes it easy.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. 6 points for him. The kick out to Collison. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Joseph, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Kenny Atkinson, head coach of the Nets, a New York native, grew up in Long Island.
And it is nice to have that tie to the area. Certainly with this team, we know it's going to be a process. But Kenny is home, and he's committed to developing this organization.
Dinwiddie dishes to Carroll. Dinwiddie passes to Lin. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Al Jefferson.
Well, it seems like it's been a while since the breakthrough of Lin's sanity, but Jeremy Lin is still breaking down walls for Asian and Asian American athletes. This guy has shattered stereotypes and inspired many to follow in his path.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Lin. And Doris, Jeremy Lin has been honest. In the past, he says that some have doubted him.
And I think that's always been the case for Jeremy Lin. Go back to his high school days. For Palo Alto High School, he wins a California State title. He's first-team All-State, and yet he did not have a ton of Division I scholarship offers. It's surprising when you think about the level of competition he faced as a young basketball player.
And Doris, so many players do tend to shy away from contact, but which players, in your opinion, really love the physical aspect of the game, really helps their game?
Well, let's go old school. And the ground and pound game of Zach Randolph. The guy doesn't have an inch in terms of his vertical jump, but has managed to be well into his second decade in the NBA. For me, Zach, Zebo doing work on the box, a thing of beauty.
Here's Jefferson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jefferson's got his first basket.
I'll simply say this, Kevin. If you refuse to check out Al Jefferson, he's going to O-board it and stick it back in the bucket.
Dinwiddie passes to Levert. They set the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Levert's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Nets. Outside Robinson. Robinson sets a screen for Stevenson. Stolen by Robinson. Good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
Whitehead's checked in for Brooklyn. That one misses for Robinson.
Well, the Nets have struggled at both ends, but defense is where they have got to take that next step. Better execution on the defensive end could enable them to bridge some of that talent gap, guys.
Here's Carroll, and it's off the back rim, no good. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Joseph against Lynn. And Joseph kicks to Stevenson. There's a screen by Robinson. 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. Shoots over Carroll. Jefferson's shot is off.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Outside, Lynn. The shot, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nets lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Pacers trail by 5. We've got Lance Stevenson. Sabonis is out there with Jefferson. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And that one misses. And Corey Joseph, a terrific two-way player, Doris, at the combo guard.
Kev, he's got great pedigree. Remember, he began his career in San Antonio under the great Greg Popovich. This guy's a physical, mobile defender who will guard either the 1 or the 2.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Whitehead.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Jefferson setting the pick for Joseph. Harris against Robinson. Kicks it to Jefferson. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lynn kicks to Harris. Stolen by Robinson. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Tries again. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Jefferson.
And to me, this is where Al Jefferson feels at home. He's in the paint, and if you feed the big man, he's going to deliver buckets.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Sabonis kicks to Joseph. Right side Jefferson. Drops in the layup for 2. Timeout. Jefferson's got 4 this quarter.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Timeout called the Nets.
Well, you look at the Pacers, one of the better teams in field goal percentage last season, but their overall offensive efficiency lagged behind. The problem? Not enough threes and not enough free throws. And those extra points make a difference.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Crab, no good. Well, the Pacers last season, Doris, top 5 in both free throw percentage and three-point percentage. Is the solution simply to get more of those shots?
Well, certainly couldn't hurt if those are areas of strength, but you wouldn't mind seeing some drive and kick, attack the paint, and create those open three-point looks.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Turner with a screen on Harris. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And stolen by Harris. Floats one up. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Indiana trailing here. To the middle. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Love how Oladipo has a sense for when to go up for the alley-oop. What a sensational sense of timing.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Picked by Mozgov. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Off the pick. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Myles Turner.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Harris. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. A drive by Collison. That shot, no good. Nice D from Russell. Bogdanovich against Harris. They set the pick. Russell dishes to Crab. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mozgov. Now here's Crab, defended by Young. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Harris. The Pacers shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Collison kicks to Young. Collison against Russell. Mozgov with the block.
Well, the strength and the length of Mozgov make him such a force defensively. That led to that block.
Now Russell. They set the pick. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 4.
How about the quick decision-making? Hollis Jefferson knowing he has the full trust of his teammates to take and make these big-time shots.
Screen by Young. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. He dishes it to Turner. Shoots over Mozgov. Shot's good by Turner.
So, Kevin, Myles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
Picked by Mozgov. Crab kicks to Russell. A shot. The offensive rebound. It's good!
And this atmosphere is bananas.
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch baskets.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Outside Bogdanovich. Allen sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Shoots from 12. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
34 seconds left in the fourth, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Gentlemen, two shots. Blue shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count it!
Bogdanovich is simply cold-blooded, astonishing scorer when the game is hanging in the balance.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Two shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Pacers call time here. They're behind by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Timothy Mozgov.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Collison for 3. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Russell. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Shooting for Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell. 2 shots.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, don't you love it. As calm as can be, seals the win with some tremendous work at the free throw line.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They trail by 6. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Gets the three to fall.
Oladipo growing into that clutch player everyone believed he could be. What great poise down the stretch.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're leading by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. Here's Collison. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was just great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.